And good evening, sports fans, and welcome to Jeff Johnson Field, the Mariana Regional, as we welcome in the Vikings of St. Johns River. Go Indians here from Mariana, the best 2 out of 3. Brian Milton alongside, Russell here with you. Debbie's back at the station. We've got a cast of Merrymen here tonight. And Brian, you've been covering this team most of the year. New format, though. Best 2 out of 3 winner goes to Lakeland.
Yeah, and the other 3 regionals were already played earlier today. TCC, I know, lost. Tucker Flint, first baseman, is player of the year out of Rhode Island, and his father came down for the game. He's a college soccer coach. He's here today to see his son play. And the Indians had several players on the all-conference, including third baseman Cam Collier. And Drew Howard will be starting pitch tonight on the mound from Whitby, Canada. Hope his parents and family up in Canada watch a lot of the games, so hopefully they know this is switched to YouTube tonight.
Well, let's give you some stats on Drew Howard. He's pitched in 53 2/3 innings, has a record of 7-2. He is starting his 10th game of the year, making his 15th appearance. He has struck out 50. He's walked 31 with a 2.52 earned run average. Drew Howard on the mound. Jake Hollins behind the dish. Tucker Flint's down at first. Taylor Claps at second. Emmanuel Audubon is at shortstop. Cam Collier takes care of the hot corner. In left field, it is Brad Grienkowski. Zach Rice is in center, and Cesar Franco is in right field. The Vikings come in here ranked 6th, make it 8th in the state. They are 29, and Chipola Indians ranked number 1 in the state, 3rd in the country, 39-12. Jarrett Ford leads off for St. Johns River. Where's number 2? And Howard's ready to go to work. And this Mariana Regional, it is underway. First pitch in there for a strike.
Ford is out of Decatur, Georgia, Decatur High.
Second team Mid-Florida Conference player for Coach Ross Jones. 0-1 pitch. Swung on, miss. And the count goes to 0-2. J.J. Sousa waits on deck.
His father's here. I talked to him. They're out of Daytona Beach.
0-2 pitch is due their center fielder. Coming to you on several modes of media tonight. 0-2 in there, caught strike 3, and down goes Ford looking. That's out number 1. And that brings up J.J. Sousa, another second team all-conference player. Again, from the Mid-Florida Conference. This team is out of Palatka, kind of in between St. Augustine, I think, and Gainesville, that area. And this is Sousa, and there's a line drive towards center field. Won't be caught by Rice. That's a single up the middle. And Sousa's down at first with the first base hit of the ball game.
Good job of hitting by Sousa to get it, bloop it into center field. Zach couldn't come up and get that one.
Trip McKinley is the batter, whereas number 21. Tripp is the second baseman for Coach Jones's team. Runner at first and 1 out. No score here in the top of the first. Coming you WTYS 94.1. Debbie's back at the station. First pitch a little bit outside. Checked his swing. And the count 1-0. Let's see, we got some numbers on McKinley. He is batting .330 on the season with 42 runs driven in, 8 homers, 68 hits. Leads the team in 2 categories, RBIs and hits. The 1-0 to McKinley. Watched it sail low, and the count 2-0. Brian, we got a lot of rain today.
Yeah, and Jeff had the players put the tarp on the field about 9:30, so the infield should be dry.
2-0 pitch to McKinley. Won't be made. Howard to chase the run. Close play over there, but in there safely.
That was really close. We picked the guy off first the last home game.
As Brian said, 3 other regionals being played, and they have concluded. There's a line drive base hit over the third baseman's head. The runner will have to hold there at second, so back-to-back singles, McKinley and Sousa. And the Vikings have something cooking, and here comes probably their best player in Runnels, number 31. He's their catcher, batting cleanup here. Runnels batting .306, 11 home runs, 44 runs driven in. He's slugging over 600 mark, so he's getting the bat on the ball. So Howard, a little first inning troubles here. Back-to-back singles. Runnels, kind of an offset stance in the batter's box. And Drew checks the runner, and he comes to the plate. Fouled it off against the facade here. A lot of scouts here tonight, Brian.
Yeah, I talked to a Philly scout, and I was happy to hear that they re-signed Roman Quinn out of Port St. Joe. He was their center fielder the last several years and tore his Achilles last year. But he said he's back playing, so that's great.
Well, that name's synonymous down.
Big name in St.
Joe.
The Quinn family.
Yeah. 0-1 pitch now to Runnels. Here it comes. It's low and outside, and the count evens at 1-1. Our Chipola team in all white tonight, navy blue numbers. And for the Vikings, dark blue jerseys, light blue numbers trimmed in white and the gray road pants. Also on Chipola College YouTube tonight, Sailor and Eric at the controls over there. Next pitch checked his swing, but it's in there for a called strike, and the count 1-2. Old Shep Hancock's up here with us doing track man, and I believe Jordan Jerkins is nearby. There he is. He's charting pitches. We got enough staff up here, we could have a dental office. Ball 2 strikes to Runnels. Let's get him out. 1 is gone, in a little bit of trouble. 1-2, there's a number hit toward first. They're going to go to second. It's low, but he makes the play. Wow, what a play by Flint, and equally well by the shortstop, Audubon.
Yeah, Manny did a great. That ball was down low. He was able to snatch it and make the tag, which he didn't have to tag, just had to catch it.
Brings Trent Lewis to the plate. Runners are now in the corners. 3-6 if you're scoring at home for the putout. As I thought he may flip it to Howard coming over to first, but he decided to go to second. Throw was low. Audubon made a great play. Here's Trent Lewis now. He's their third baseman and another left-handed swinger. 2 gone, runners on the corners. Pitch outside part of the plate, ball 1. Let's see what Lewis has done this year. He is batting .305, 29 driven in, 3 home runs. 1-0 pitch due him. Howard kicks and deals. Boy, that didn't miss by much, but he said it did low, 2-0.
Jake Holland doing the catching out of Miami and played at Georgia Tech last year. He's caught most of the games recently. Castillo did at the beginning of the year when Holland wasn't 100%.
2-0 to Lewis. Our Drew Howard works from the stretch. The 2-0 pitch won't be made. Time is called. Connor Morgan waits on deck. I'd just soon see him in the second. Best 2 out of 3 format. Winner goes to Lakeland next week. All the favorites have won today. The 2-0 pitch. Hard hit, but foul. Boy, hit like a rocket down that first base line.
Might have got one of those vehicles parked out there. There's a few people up on the deck.
Yeah, I think I see G. Frank down there. A few others. They don't have those grills going just yet. It's early.
Cam Collier's dad usually stays somewhere hiding in the outfield.
Count goes to 2-1 on Lewis. Drew deals. High, 3-1. Does have an empty bag. Again, Morgan waits on deck. The favorites did win today. Central Florida in 7 innings beat Tallahassee 11-3. Florida Southwestern blanked Indian River 7-0. 3-1 to Lewis. Hit him. And he will reach first. That was ball 4. That ball hit him. Ball 4. Looked like it might have got him. These guys with better eyes said it was just ball 4. We'll certainly
definitely have better eyes.
Oh, we'll take their word for it every time. 275 hitter coming to the plate. Connor Morgan playing first base for him. 36 RBI, 7 home runs, 10 doubles on the year. We need an out. Howard deals. High fly ball. This is playable. Franco has it measured out. He's going to reach up. He's going to make the play. And mercifully, that is out number 3. So no runs score on 2 hits. There were no errors and the bases left loaded. We've played a half inning. And our score is St. John's River 0 and Chipola coming to bat. You're listening to Indian Baseball on WTYS. IS 94.1 and also and the pitcher tonight for the Vikings of St. John's River is Tanner Bowman. Bowman is out of Jacksonville, Florida. He is committed to Auburn. Big lefty, 6'3", 205 pounds. He has his record's not the best though. 3 wins, 9 losses, 72 in the 3rd innings of work. He's making his 14th start. ERA over 5 runs, nearly 6 at 5.85. But he's got 91 strikeouts against 31 walks. Tanner Bowman. And here's the lineup for Coach Jeff Johnson, the Hall of Famer. And here's his lineup. Tucker Flint at first base will bat first. Batting second, second baseman Taylor Clapp. Batting third, third baseman Cam Collier. Batting cleanup, DH Shane Lewis. Batting fifth, catching is Jake Holland. Batting sixth, right fielder Cesar Franco. Batting seventh, shortstop Emmanuel Audubon. Batting eighth, left fielder Brad Grienkowski. And batting last, center fielder Zach Rice. Flint, Clapp, Collier, Lewis, Holland, Franco, Audubon, Grienkowski, and Zach Rice to face this lefty here, Tanner Bowman. He's headed to your plainsman up there, Brian.
He sure is, so hopefully he'll have a good career up there and not a good game tonight, maybe.
First pitch fouled off. Tucker Flint, a lot of accolades being applied behind his name.
Yeah, and like I said, his dad's here to watch him in person.
Player of the year in the Panhandle Conference, first team all-conference player. Got some big numbers, too. 0-1 pitch, sails outside, and the count evens at 1-1.
Tucker played at Maryland. Last year he was at Terrapin and transferred down to Chipola.
He leads our team in 5 hitting categories. Next pitch, though, swung on, missed. Flint leads us in average with 374. Homers with 14. He's tied with Shane Lewis. 20 doubles, 67 hits, 67 runs scored. Brian is slugging percentage over 700. 1-2 pitch. Swung on, missed. I built him up, and he struck him out. And that's out number 1. Here comes Taylor Clapp. The bass baritone voice of Sandy Westmoreland down there doing public address. He does so well. Here comes Taylor Clapp. Clapp batting .330 as the day begin. 6 homers, 19 runs driven in. No score. We're in the first inning. Pitch to Clapp a little bit outside. We mentioned those games earlier. Central Florida was a winner. Florida Southwestern and Miami-Dade beat Polk 8-4. So, Brian, all the favorites up 1 game to nil.
Hopefully that will continue tonight.
Oh, I hope so. The 1-0's down in the dirt, and the count goes to 2-0. This Chipola team hitting .288 as a team. Bowman, the big, tall left-hander, looks into Jacob Runnels, and the 2-0. Low 3. Oh, that one's in there for a strike. Got to wait on blue. Every one of them are a little different. Connor Morgan at first, Tripp McKinley at second, Maverick Stallings at short, and Trent Lewis at third. The 2-1. Here it is. Fouled it off. Count evens, 2-2. Parker Stallard is out in left. Jarrett Ford's in center field, and J.J. Sousa is in right field. 2 balls, 2 strikes to our second baseman. Clapp. Ground ball toward first, a big hop. Glove by Morgan. He'll try to outrace him, and he does. So it's 3 unassisted there for a moment. I thought Clapp may beat him there.
Yeah, tonight, with it being a playoff game, we have 3 umpires here instead of the normal 2 that we have during the season. So we've got 1 over at first, 1 at third.
Collier coming back from a slight injury, batting .333. His first action, Brian, a few games.
Yeah, a couple weeks.
There's a high fly ball toward right field. Sousa looks up, and welcome back. Cam Collier, touch them all. It's a home run. And the Indians break out on top, and 1-0, a home run by Collier. And for Cam, his 8th home run of the year, RBI number 39.
He hit that ball over the scoreboard to where his dad is. So I guess he won't let his dad know he's back. That was a long shot.
And Shane Lewis, our designated hitter, will be our next batter, batting .314 on the year, 14 home runs. He's tied with Tucker Flint. Is he hurt?
I thought he was praying before his at bat, but looks like there could be something. Now he just hit himself in the face. The catcher went over to check on him. Not sure what it was.
Well, these young folks up here, Brian said when Cam Collier was in his exuberance coming home, they were going to, I guess, touch helmets, and I think Shane took it right in the face. So seeing double right now. Here comes Shane Lewis. Shane, again, batting .314, 14 homers, 61 runs driven in. Ground ball foul. That 61 RBIs leads the Indian team in the 14 home runs. He's tied with Tucker Flint. Also slugging .640, Brian, so he's getting the barrel on it pretty often.
Yeah, he led the nation in home runs till we got deep in the conference play, and our pitching in this conference is better than any other in the nation. So
0-1 pitch to Lewis. There's a flare hit toward right field. Get down, and it's going to be foul, though. And the count will go to 0-2. 2 gone, the run is in. Indians lead it 1-0.
Shane played at Mississippi State last season, so he got his national championship ring, and saw him in Southern Tradition shopping for Mother's Day gifts Saturday.
He better.
He's from Vicksburg, Mississippi.
City on the Bluff. No balls, 2 strikes to Lewis. Bowman deals. Fly ball, foul territory, out of play. Boy, the crowd is growing out there in right field on the deck.
It is, and Jeff Johnson's got a lot of buddies came into town for the series. I just saw one waving.
0-2 pitch due Lewis. Bowman deals way outside, 1-2. Just see if he'd chase that, and he did not. Best 2 out of 3 series, a new format for the FCS AA playoffs. Instead of 8 teams going to Lakeland, only 4 teams will get the invite. 1-2 swung on, missed, and that's a strikeout. Ball get away from the catcher, but he tags him out. And that's out number 3. But the Indians break out on top with a home run by Cam Collier. 1 run on 1 hit. No errors, none left. We've played a full inning. Our score, Chipola 1 and St. John's River nothing. Let's take time out. You're listening to Indian Baseball on station 94.1. Johnson Field, and it's 1-0 Chipola. Russell and Brian here with you. Deb back at the station as Drew Howard goes through his warm-up, tosses the press release. Jeff Johnson has made the Hall of Fame in the NJCAA and almost 1,000 wins in his tenure, and what an accomplishment and well-deserving.
Yeah, I remember back in the fall they were saying that, and then they had another release about it yesterday, I believe.
Mastantuono will lead off. Aiden Mastantuono, the designated hitter, followed up by Maverick Stallings and Stallard, the left fielder. 7, 8, and 9. And Coach Jones line up a high fly ball towards center field. Zach Rice, he's under it. 1 pitch, 1 out as we start the top half of the second inning. Indians lead 1-0 on a Cam Collier solo blast. Here comes Maverick Stallings. He's their shortstop. Stallings is out of Sanford, Florida, played at Lake Brantley. Freshman, 5'11", 160. He's grabbed a bat, and here he comes. First pitch to him, curve. Just misses. 1-0. Stallings batting .236 on the season. 5 homers, 22 runs driven in. Stallings, 1-0. Low, 2-0. Game tomorrow is scheduled for 2 o'clock our time. Same 2 teams. 2-0 pitch to Stallings. Swung on, missed. And the count 2-1. Our Chipola Lady Indians playing the #1 team in the country, #1 team in the nation, Florida Southwestern. 45 wins for that bunch. Pitch inside 3-1. Oh, Edison College down there it used to be. Stallings digs back in. Ahead in the count. Howard deals. Swung on, missed. And I think the count is 2-2. Make it full, 3-2. Stallard waits on deck. 8-hole hitter, Stallings, the deal. Swung on, missed. He struck him out. 2 strikeouts now on the evening for Drew Howard, out number 2 in the inning. Here comes Parker Stallard. Stallard, a freshman, batting .221. 2 homers, 9 runs driven in this season.
He's a Salem, Virginia is his home.
Right-handed batter. Pitch to him, line drive foul.
Russell at Northwest Florida, our conference rival, they had a kid from Vinegar Bend, Alabama.
I don't know.
Never heard of it.
I was going to say, where is that?
It's on the southwest side. It's like 112 people.
Kind of like Fruitdale. 0-1 fouled off at the plate. No, it goes to 0-2. I know over in central western Alabama along the line, it's spelled Cuba, but I think they say Cuba. Oh, a lot of little places around, aren't there? How about Mariana? No.
There's a little town over there called Tuscaloosa.
There is a little town over there. 0-2 pitch. Oh, it beamed him. That one did hit him, didn't it, guys?
Right there on the number 3 in the back.
Hit by the pitch, and Drew Howard didn't mean to do that. He cruising right along here in the second. He didn't want to plunk anybody, especially the 9-hole hitter. Back to the top of the lineup now, Jarrett Ford. Ford batting .328. 3 homers, 23 runs driven in. 9 doubles for Jarrett Ford. 1-0 Indians. We're in the second. We'll chase the runner back. Close play. It's going to get away from our first baseman. On his pony is Stallard. He's going to try for another bag. Round second on his way to third, and he'll get there easily. So an error on the throw. The ball still finally gets to the infield.
They've got a good crowd. Drove over from Palatka or see their team play.
Error on the throw, guys. Yes.
There's about 20 people brought their chairs out in left field.
Maybe the rain's gone.
It's supposed to come back in a few hours, so hopefully the game will be gone by then.
First pitch to Ford in there for a strike, so a 2-bag error allows Stallard to motor all the way around to third. So that's the tying run down there. The Vikings have had 4 base runners through 2 innings. 0-1 pitch. Low and inside, good block, that time by Holland to save a run. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jarrett Ford. He'll work from the stretch. The 1-1 pitch, here it is. Low and outside, bounces away, but not far enough. And the count 2-1, and Holland's earning his keep right now.
He sure is. He's done a good job behind the plate since he's come in.
2 balls and a strike to Ford. Drew Howard deals way outside, 3-1.
Glad to see Brando LaRue's family is watching the game up in Canada. They found the game on YouTube.
Good deal. 3 balls and a strike to Ford. Pitch is outside. He's walked him. And the first walk of the night, I should say. Nope, second. I was right the first time. So runners on the corners for J.J. Sousa, who singled his last time. And Holland and Collier are going to go to the bump and speak with Drew Howard. 1-0 Chipola. We're in the top half of the second inning. Best 2 out of 3. It's called the Mariana Regional. St. John's Rivers out of the Mid-Florida Conference finished second behind Central Florida, who hosted Tallahassee today and beat them in 7 innings. The Patriots banged out 13 hits and 11 runs and getting a game ahead of Coach Mack and the Eagles. We need an out again. Same story as last inning. Sousa, left-handed swinger. Howard deals. And he went around. And the count 0-1. So Drew gets ahead in the count. Sousa batting .324, leads the team in doubles with 16. 5 homers, 35 runs driven in. He's due an 0-1 pitch. Howard looks into Holland, and the 0-1. Here it comes. Ground ball foul. And Drew is ahead 0-2.
Strikeout right here would be really nice to get out of this inning.
Boy, it would. We lead 1-0, but that in jeopardy. 0-2 pitch to Sousa. High. Ball 1, high fastball. 93 miles an hour on that State Farm gun out there. Ball 2 strikes to Sousa. Howard from the stretch. The pitch, runner goes, hard hit toward the gap. Can we get there? Going back, it's going to bounce up against the fence. 1 run is scored. Here comes the go-ahead run, rounding and coming to the plate, and a double off the bat of Sousa, and 2 RBIs, and a 2-1 lead for St. John's River, as Ford and Stallard will both score.
One got on hit by pitch, the other one walked.
Number 21.
And that's what you can't afford to do, is to walk the batters or definitely not hit them.
Throw in error as well. Trip McKinley, he singled his last time. 2-1, St. John's River has taken a lead here in the second. McKinley facing our Drew Howard. They're going to turn around and throw back. Ball's going to get backing him up out there with Zach Rice, or Sousa would be at third. Waiting for the first pitch to their second baseman, McKinley. Howard deals. Line drive up the middle, base hit. Rounding third, coming to the plate is Sousa, and it's a 3-1 ball game. So McKinley with a pair of singles. This one drives in a run. Sousa scores, and it's a 3-1 ball game. 2 hits in the inning. Put the bat on the ball, right back up where it came from. Jacob Runnels, fielder's choice his last time.
Number 31, pitcher, Jacob Runnels.
Runnels, first team All Mid-Florida Conference out of Winter Haven. Pitch to him on the corner for a strike. He's committed to University of North Florida. I think they're the Ospreys,
yep.
over in Jayville. Let's get out of this inning. We're trailing now 3-1. 0-1 pitch to Runnels. Howard deals. Well, where did that miss?
Yeah, I'm wondering, this might be the umpire we've had that only calls a strike if they swing at it. And that makes for a long day.
It does. Ball and a strike to Runnels. That was a pretty good-looking pitch. 1-1. Did he go around? He did go around in the count 1-2. I thought he was asking for the base umpire to help him. So ball, 2 strikes. Or is it 2 balls and a strike? Nope, 1-2 is correct. Howard laboring, 1-2. Hit hard but foul. Look out over there.
About got one of his coaches.
4 hits now for the visitors. They lead us 3-1. The boys from Palatka. Ball, 2 strikes to Runnels. Good lead for the runner. Howard steps off the bump. Fans make some noise. Ball 2 strikes to Runnels. Howard from the stretch. 1-2 pitch. In there, called strike 3. Had to wait on Blue, but down goes Runnels looking for out number 3, but the St. John's River team picks up 3 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 error, and there was 1 left. We've played an inning and a half and a brand new score. St. John's River 3, Chipola 1. More Indian baseball coming up on WTYS. As we come back from break, I want to thank Debbie back at the station and the gang for Chipola College YouTube, Saylor and Eric. Russell Register here alongside Brian Milton. Shep Hancock and Jordan Jerkins also up here in the booth. We have seen St. John's River take a 3-1 lead in that second inning. And Tanner Bowman will go through his warm-up tosses. You having trouble there, brother? Jake Hollins, Cesar Franco, and Emmanuel Audubon. The first 3 for Coach Jeff Johnson. And this Indian team, we got a scratch back now. And here's Holland. He's out of Miami, Florida. And transferred from Georgia Tech. First pitch to him fouled off. And the count 0-1. Holland batting .218, 5 homers, 14 runs driven in. He is committed to New Mexico State. 6'3", 220. Pitch to him. Swung on, miss. Count 0-2. Holland, Franco, and Audubon.
Of course, Greg Hires at New Mexico State now, coaching basketball.
Yeah, he is. 0-2 pitch to Holland. Here it comes. Outside, 1-2. Bowman with a pair of strikeouts. He did give up a solo home run to Cam Collier. 1-2 pitch to Holland. Bowman deals. Swung on, miss, pops away from the catcher. He'll have to throw him out, and he'll do that right now. So a strikeout of Holland. 3 strikeouts now for Bowman. Out number 1 in the second. Here comes Cesar Franco. Franco, our right fielder, wears number 20. Out of Fort Lauderdale, 6'1", 190. Franco. Three to 1, St. John's River. First pitch, outside ball 1. Franco batting .274, 6 home runs, 26 driven in. The 1-0 sails outside, 2-0. Breeze blowing rather from left toward right. It was blowing in earlier. A little bit of bad weather earlier in the day. 3-1. There's a ground ball toward first. Glove by Morgan. He'll outrace Franco to first, out number 2. 3 unassisted. Here comes Emmanuel Audubon. Audubon batting .218 on the season. Make it .225 rather. A homer, 10 runs driven in. 3 to 1, St. John's River. Bowman looks into Runnels. Pitching to Audubon. Hard hit towards center field. Back goes forward, still going back. He's going to look up, and we got a home run. Home run off the bat of Audubon.
He doesn't have a lot this year.
His second home run, you're right, Brian. RBI number 11, and we've cut the lead to 1. It's 3-2 as Audubon hit it to the deepest part of the park. Home run, Chipola.
Yeah, that ball was hit hard to deep center. Center fielder went back to the fence and then just watched it fly over his head.
3-2 now, score St. John's over Chipola. And Brad Grienkowski has grabbed a War Club. He's our left fielder, crowds the plate. First pitch to him, right down Lafayette, and this count goes to 0-1.
Brad also transferred from Georgia Tech.
2 homers, 9 runs driven in, a .216 average for our left fielder. 0-1. That one hit him in the foot. Hit by the pitch. We'll take base runners. Zach Rice will come to the plate. Zach batting .310 on the year, 6 homers, 25 driven in, 9 doubles. Runner at first, 2 outs. Where's Zach from?
He is from Russell County.
That's over your way, ain't it?
Yes, sir. They got the world's largest outdoor drive-through museum.
Wow.
It's also the smallest. It's also the only one. Taking Annabeth and Virginia through there.
Zach is second team All-Panhandle Conference player this season, our center fielder. Pitch to him. Ground ball foul of third. Russell County High, Fort Mitchell, over there on the river.
Yeah, just right there at Seal.
Yeah, it looks so much different, though, Brian, in the day where we used to turn there at Seal and make our way to Auburn.
Had to turn at the White Spot Grocery, which is still there.
Had some good fried chicken. 0-1 pitch, we're telling on ourselves. Here it comes. It's low. 1-1. I still got a friend, Randy Granger, big Auburn guy.
Yeah.
He loved to go to the A&P store because they had barbecue chicken, whole barbecue chicken. It was delicious. Put it in a sack for you. 1-1 to Rice. Low. We're going to get a runner over to second, down in the dirt. And Grienkowski will be down there. So he's the tying run. 3-2's our score. St. John's River with the lead over Chipola. 29-26 on the year, St. John's River. Chipola 39-12. Rice takes a walk, and now he's ready. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bowman from the stretch. 1-1 pitch. Here it is. Way outside.
That museum's been written up in the New York Times, Wall Street Journal. It's strange. You got the world's largest gallbladder on display.
3 balls and a strike to our center fielder, Zach Rice. Bowman from the stretch, the lefty deals. Swung on, missed. Count goes full. Had a home run cut. Full count. Payoff pitch due Rice. Here it is. Ground ball foul. We'll do it again. Chipola in all white tonight. Navy blue numbers and lettering. Blue pinstripe down the pant leg. Sharp looking team. Another payoff pitch. Bowman has slowed his pace now. Checks the runner. 3-2. Way outside, he's walked him. Runners first and second and 2 outs. Back to the top of the lineup. First walk given up by the lefty. Here comes Tucker Flint, and got a chance here to tie this ball game up. Here comes Coach Jones.
Coach Jones was at the University of Florida before taking this job, and he was pitching coach and coached Alan Horn from Mariana when Alan was with the Gators.
Alan played here a year as well. And while he's doing that, let's say thanks to Clay Rooks. He's our clerk of the court for the 14th Judicial Circuit. Jim Roberts Realty. We appreciate Robbie Roberts. Been in business since the mid-'70s. Conyers Hardwood Flooring. Thank you to Reggie Conyers in Bristol. Will Rogers at Chipola Ford. Levon Pettis at Evangel Church. Also Linda Forty at State Farm Insurance, as the meeting at the mound been broken up by home plate umpire.
Natalie Foley said they're listening in from Buffalo. She did a great job in the athletic department here. And, of course, her husband, the basketball coach, is now at University of Buffalo.
Hello, Natalie. Listening in. She's an Indian at heart. Did a great job while she was here. First pitch to Flint, swung on, miss. We got to get Tucker hitting the ball. Batting .374 on the season, 14 homers, 40 driven in, 20 doubles, 67 hits. I've just picked the place for his 68th. 0-1 doing. Bowman checks the runner, deals way outside, gets by everybody, and the runners are going to move up. So we got him at second and third, and a base hit here might give us the lead. As Grienkowski at third and Rice at second.
Well, his dad came all the way from Rhode Island, so it'd be nice if he could hit a home run for him.
There you go. Tucker Flint
Of East Greenwich, Rhode Island.
For our Chipola team. Player of the year in the Panhandle Conference. First team all-conference player. 1-1 pitch to Flint. Here it comes. Hard hit, but foul. Boy, he got the barrel on that one. But Bowman ahead in the count. A ball, 2 strikes. 3-2, St. John's River. The Mariana Regional, best 2 out of 3. 2 o'clock tomorrow, Central Time. Our next game. Ball, 2 strikes to Flint. Bowman works from the stretch. The pitch. Swung on, missed. He struck him out and got out of a big jam. 2 strikeouts for Flint and 4 now for the pitching of Bowman. That'll do it for the Indians in the second, but we do play to run on a hit, a solo jack by Audubon. There was no errors, and there were 2 Indians left aboard. We've played 2 complete, and our score is now St. John's River 3 and Chipola 2. More Indian baseball coming up on WTYS. And welcome back here to Jeff Johnson Field in beautiful Mariana, Florida. We're going to the top half of the 3rd inning with our score, St. John's River 3 and Chipola 2. For Coach Jones, his Viking team, he'll have his 5, 6, and 7 in his lineup. It'll be Lewis, Morgan, and Mastantino. Russell and Brian here with you tonight. Debbie's back at the station. Sailor and Eric over there at Chipola College YouTube. Jordan and Shep in the booth with us as well, doing TrackMan and Charton pitches. First pitch to Lewis is outside, ball one, and we are underway here in the third inning. 3-2 is our score. They've out-hit us 4-2. At the payout window, we're down a run. Here's Lewis, a left-handed swinger. Pitch is down low 2-0. He walked his last time. Trent Lewis out of Avon Park. 2 balls, no strikes. A ground ball to second. Glove by Clapp. Over to Flint in time. 4-3 if you're scoring at home. Out number 1. Connor Morgan will bat. He popped out to right his last time in that first inning with the bases loaded. The Vikings have stranded 4 base runners through 2 1/3. Here's Morgan. Pitching is Howard. Swung on, miss. Morgan out of Brooksville. Sophomore, 6 foot, 200 pounds.
A lot of good baseball players have come out of Hernando down there.
0-1 pitch. Low and bounces to the backstop. Count evens at 1-1. We did hear news that our Lady Indians have tied the game up with Florida Southwestern down in the state tournament. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball and a chance for Audubon. He will snare it, but he'll have no throw. That ball kind of almost behind the bag at second. Tough play for him. Did the best he could to get to it. Infield single for Morgan. Hit number 5 now for the Viking team. Aiden Mastantino. The DH popped out to center. Back in the second inning, 0 for 1. Mastantuno, actually. Drew pitches. Fouled it off at the plate.
Got Julia Daniels from Channel 7, WJHG, filming down there behind the plate. She went live at the 6 o'clock news. And we'll have it on the news tonight.
Does a good job down there for Scott Rossman. 0-1 pitch. We tried to frame it. Old Blue wasn't buying. 94 miles an hour off the arm of our Drew Howard. Count evens at 1-1 to Mastantuno. Drew in a 1-1. Low. 2-1. Mastantuno out of Fleming Island, up around the Jayville area, I believe. 6'2", buck 85. Left-handed batter. Runner at first. 1 out. 3-2 game. St. John's River. Foul ball to the third base sign and out of play. Another 94-mile-an-hour pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. We're in the top half of the third. Two won't be made. Getting some texts from folks listening and watching. You said, Brett?
Yeah, Brett McCrary,
Okay.
watching the girls, watching, I'm sure, this game and the girls' game.
Sure. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Mastantino. Here it comes. It bounces away, and the runner will get to second easily. Wild pitch down in the dirt. Morgan down at second.
If Florida State's playing softball and baseball, he's watching them as well. He can multitask. I couldn't watch 4 games at once.
No way. So the count's run full now on Mastantuno. We need an out. Howard's pitched around base runners all night. 3-2 pitch. Hard hit again, but foul. And we'll do the 3-2 all over again. Should be a beautiful day tomorrow, they say. And nice for Mother's Day. We're trailing right now 3-2. The Indians trailing the Vikings. Mastantuono. And another payoff pitch. Ground ball foul. Good little battle right here. Indians go with the wristband. See what pitch is required. Howard looks in to Holland. Another payoff. Here it comes. It's low and he's walked him. Third free pass. Runners first and second and one out. Maverick Stallings. And Brian, here with the bottom of the order, 8 and 9, you really need to try to get these two outs and don't go back to the top of the lineup.
Yeah, the double play would work out well.
Two more base runners. They've had 6. 4 stranded so far. 2 more out there right now. We'll wheel around and try to pick him off at second. He's in there safely. Is Morgan. First pitch to Stallings. Howard from the stretch. The pitch. Wow, just missed, I guess, a little outside. They look pretty good, Brian.
Yeah, it's a strange strike zone for sure.
One ball, no strikes. Drew from the stretch deals. That one right down Peachtree, and the count now 1-1. Stallings is out of Sanford, Florida, played at Lake Brantley. He's a freshman, 5'11", 160 pounds. 1-1 now to the shortstop, swung on, missed. Count 1-2.
Wind's picking the flags up a little bit now over the scoreboard.
Sure are. Ball 2 strikes to Stallings. Howard from the stretch, the pitch. Crowd wanted strike 3. Blue has nothing of it. 2-2 now. That one did look a little low. Drew Howard and a 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. Boy, he snapped the mitt, right, hit it right there on the outside part of the plate, but ball 3. Blues got a narrow zone tonight. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Stallings. Drew Howard, ground ball, foul. Drew throwing a lot of pitches tonight.
He really has had, would you say 4 walks, I believe?
3 walks and 3 strikeouts. 3-2 pitch to Stallings. Here's the pitch. I think it nicked his shirt. And the bases are loaded. 1 out for Parker Stallard. Stallard, maybe. Parker's out of Salem, Virginia. Freshman, 5'9", 170. Here comes Coach Johnson. And we'll say thanks to Paul Donifro Jr., Donifro and Associates. Randy and Janice Holly. See Randy most mornings. He loves baseball. Thank you, Randy. Hungry Howie's, my friend Thad Richards. Pizza, wings, salads, and more. And Keith Williams at State Farm Insurance. On Highway 90 East. The Mariana Regional, the favorites have won today, with Central Florida beating Tallahassee. Florida Southwestern beat Indian River. And Miami-Dade beat Polk. But right here it's St. Johns River leading Chipola 3-2. The bases are loaded, one out. The meeting is over, and here comes Stallard, 9-hole hitter, left fielder. We have lived on the edge tonight. No place to put him. Howard deals way outside, ball one. Brian, it almost seems at times he's overthrowing.
Yeah, I believe he was the Panhandle Conference top pitcher. He's had a good year.
1-0 now to Stallard. Going to throw over to third. Not in time. We're trying to get it out any way we can. Bases loaded, 3-2 ball game. St. John's with the lead. Morgan singled. Mustantuno walked, and a Stallings hit by a pitch. Here's Stallard. And a 1-0. We need an out. Fouled it off, and the count evens at 1-1. Tell you, they did a good job on the field getting it ready to play. As you said, they had the infield covered, but looks pretty sharp. 1-1 pitch. You guessed it, ball two. Breaking ball, 79 miles an hour. Seemingly tonight we're going to have to be perfect.
That's right. Yeah, I think the game was moved from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock to give it another, just an extra hour to dry out a little bit.
You know, actually, sun came out late this afternoon. 2-1 pitch. 3-1. Three balls, one strike to the left fielder, Parker Stallard. Howard laboring. Steps off the rubber. Normal depth for the infielders. Three balls and a strike. Howard deals. Misses ball four, and a run is in. 4-2. Back to the top of the lineup. Howard's wearing out about the same location, Brian, that outside part of the plate, and he's hitting the mitt. But Old Blue just is not calling out a strike. And I would think Coach Jay may be getting irritated a little bit. He wants something straightened out, and I think they did that. This is Jarrett Ford. He struck out and walked and scored a run. 4-2. St. Johns River pitched to him. There's a line drive. Caught on the air for the out by Flint. He looked to double up someone else. Nobody there. Great play by Flint because, Brian, he caught that lower than knee high.
Yeah, he caught it just inches off the ground, but the runner at first didn't leave the base really, so he couldn't double him up, but he did look at the other bags. He looked over at third at Cam, but it happened so fast nobody had left the base.
We haven't figured out this fella. Single and a double and a run score. J.J. Sousa pitched to him, fouled it all. And the fella behind him either, McKinley, a pair of singles. So these two guys are 4 for 4. Bases loaded, but 2 out. A run is in. It's 4-2. The pitch almost hit him inside.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been good. Jeff is coming out now.
The second visit, he's got to make a change, right, guys?
Yep.
So the night is possibly done. I believe it is. He reaches for the baseball, and the night is done for Drew Howard. And we'll tell you he went 2 2/3. Can't close the book on him just yet. 5 hits, 4 runs to this point. He struck out 3, he walked 3, and we're going to have a pitching change. Can you tell? Is it 25 coming in for
I
Chipola?
believe it is Cedric de Grand Prix.
De Grand Prix is coming in the game, number 25 for Chipola. Where is he from?
Montreal.
He's now pitching for Chipola. Number 25, Cedric de Grand Prix.
He pitched for Chipola last year, had a good season.
Second team all-conference player. 6'2", 210, right-hander, has committed to Arizona State next year. Cedric de Grand Prix. And let's give you some numbers on him if we can find them. The sophomore righty has pitched in 62 1/3 innings. He's making his 17th appearance. 7 wins, 3 losses. He has struck out 77. He's walked 20. And an ERA at 2.89. Cedric de Grand Prix will pitch here with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Again, Drew Howard struggled a little bit here tonight, Brian.
Yeah, and like we were saying, he couldn't catch a break on the strikes. But we need all the pitching we can get because we've got a couple that are injured that are out for the season.
Scoreboard was messed up a little bit. They're working on it. The score is 4-2. St. John's River, I think they had given us the runs that
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
St. John's had scored. It's a 4-2 ball game on my scoreboard. What about yours, Brian?
That's what it is. There's 2 home runs for Chipola. That's the only 2 hits. Florida Southwestern scored 2 runs. They now lead 4-2 after 6
And softball?
in the softball game.
Okay, they're playing our Chipola Lady Indians. So we're ready to go now. J.J. Sousa did the Grand Prix inherit a count, and it is 1-1. Scoreboard is yet to kind of catch up. So no margin for error for Cedric. The right-handed Canadian's ready. Swung on, missed. And the count 1-2. Yep, 1-2.
Now they've got it right.
There's been nights, been places, Brian, and no scoreboard, and you have to keep it with your hands. That gets tough.
Yeah, it does. Last year, scoreboard
Yeah, that's right.
was out.
Ball, 2 strikes.
It's worked well this year, thank goodness.
This fella's 2 for 2 tonight. Grand Prix trying to douse the flame. 1-2 pitch. Hard hit, and it's trouble down the line. If it's fair, it's trouble. It is a foul ball.
That was close.
And we're breathing a sigh of relief right there.
That would have scored some runs.
Again, Sousa with a single in the first, a double in the second, scored a run. Everybody's got to go back to their station. Ball, 2 strikes now. To the Viking hot-hitting right fielder. 4-2 visitors. 1-2 pitch. Way outside. Good Snare by Holland. Count evens. 2 bad ones, 2 good ones. That fastball 95 miles strong. Sousa do a 2-2. De Grand Prix. Give it to us. Called strike 3. Finally, Old Blue responds. And down go the Vikings in the third, but they played a run on a hit. There were no errors, and there were 3 more Vikings left aboard. And we have played 2.5, and our score is now St. John's River 4 and Chipola 2. More Indian baseball coming up on WTYS. Welcome back to the Mariana Regional from Jeff Johnson Field on the campus of Chipola College. We're going to the bottom half of the third inning. St. John's River leads our Indians 4-2 for Coach Johnson and his Indian lineup. 2, 3, and 4. Clapp, Collier, and Lewis to face Bowman, who hasn't pitched badly, just had 2 solo home runs, and that's the only 2 hits in the ball game. 4 strikeouts, 1 walk. Clapp grounded out to first his last time. First pitch sails high, and we're underway here in the home half of the third.
We need to get some hits in this inning. Hopefully they'll have to switch pitchers.
1-0. Blue likes that one. And the count 1-1. 88 miles an hour off the arm of Tanner Bowman, the left-hander. 1-1 pitch to Clapp. Low bounces up there, and Blue might have got a piece of that one.
Yeah, he's going to take his time, go out and walk around.
And per usual, the catcher will give him a little time. They got a relationship. They'll do that for one another. So the count 2 balls and a strike on Taylor Clapp. Clapp, second team all-conference player from Fort Lauderdale. 5'10", 180 pounds. Taylor Clapp. Hoping that door would get a little breeze, don't we?
Yeah. Got Chase Scott joining us now up here.
2 balls and a strike. Nobody out, nobody on here in the third.
Chase's dad, Jay Scott, played with Coach Johnson at UCF out of Chattahoochee High School.
2 balls and a strike to Clapp. Hard hit toward right field, but playable. On comes Sousa, measures it out, makes the play. And that's out number 1. So Clapp is retired F9. Cam Collier, who gave us a short-lived 1-0 lead on a solo blast back in the first inning that Brian said went over the scoreboard. It did. 4-2 St. John's River, the pitch. In there for called strike 1.
There have been a few Chipola home runs that have bounced off the scoreboard this year.
Cam is a first-team All-Panhandle Conference player. 0-1. Outside 1-1.
Chipola girls did lose the game today, 4-2.
They will play tomorrow at noon. And I believe they'll play Indian River. 1-1 to Collier. That one's in there for a strike. Coach Jeff Johnson in his 26th season, in his 14th Panhandle Conference Championship, in his 19th appearance in the state tournament. Ball 2 strikes to Collier. In there, called strike 3. Collier knew it, took a walk. 2 are gone, 5 strikeouts now for Bowman. Here comes Shane Lewis. Shane struck out his last time. First team all-conference player and is committed to Troy. 6'2", 190. Bowman. That one hard hit down the line at third. If it's fair, it's trouble, and it is a foul ball.
I was hoping it'd have enough to get out, but it didn't. Been right at those people in the chairs, though. There was one hit to them the other day. Scattered them.
I was at a softball game the other day up in Tuscaloosa, and a gal hit a homer. We were out in the outfield, and that little yellow ball kept getting bigger.
It sure does.
0-1 to Shane Lewis. Jake Holland waits on deck. 4-2 St. John's River. 0-1 pitch. Checked his swing. Did he go around? No. Blue finally asked for a little help. They count 1-1. Two outs, nobody aboard. 1-1 to Lewis. Bowman. There's a ball hit toward right field, and it's going to be played on a hop. We're going to take a big turn and throw out the anchor, and a single. Ball gets away from the shortstop, but third baseman backing him up. So a single for Lewis. Third hit of the ball game for the Indians. Base runner with 2 outs for Jake Holland.
Shane's pretty fast, too. He can run.
Here comes Jake. He's out of Miami, 6'3", 220. He's committed to New Mexico State. Let's see if we can keep it going with our Jake Holland. Struck out his last time. Bowman now works from the stretch to pitch. That one down the middle for strike 1. 4 runs on 4 hits. 2 runs on 3 hits for Chipola. 4-2 St. John's River. 0-1 from Bowman. Outside 1-1. Bowman looks into Runnels. 1-1 pitch. Here it is. Swung on, missed. Ball off the glove of the catcher, and we're down at second base. But we're in a hole. A ball, 2 strikes.
Jake can get a hit. Shane could score from second with that speed he's got.
Make it a 1-run game. Holland digs in. Bowman bends over at the knee and looks in, and a 1-2 pitch. Checks the runner, the pitch. Low, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to our catcher, Jake Holland. Time is called. Now we're ready. Bowman in a 2-2 to Holland. Missed outside.
Yeah, that was a good job by Jake to hold up on it.
I think the folks that have traveled from Palatka wanted that one. There's a few folks here
Yeah, good crowd here tonight.
pulling for St. John's River. Now full count on our catcher. Bowman pitches. In there, called strike 3, looking. 6 strikeouts now for Bowman. Nothing doing for the Indians in the 3rd. No runs on a hit. No errors, 1 left. 3 complete in the books. Our score is still St. John's River 4, Chipola 2. More Indian baseball coming up on WTYS. Johnson Field here in Marianna. The Marianna Regional. But right now the visitors from Palatka lead us 4-2. St. John's River 3 in the 2nd, 1 more in the 4th. Chipola got single runs in the 1st and the 2nd, and it's a 4-2 ball game. St. John's River. Drew Howard went 2 2/3. Give up the 4 runs on 5 hits. He's given away to Cedric D. Grand Prix. He's going to face 3, 4, and 5, McKinley, Runnels, and Lewis. And with the play-by-play, my good friend Brian Milton will take us a few innings. Thank you so much, Brian.
Yeah, it's good to have you here. It's a little tough when you're all by yourself doing this.
It sure
Got
is.
Shep to help with the player changes a lot. McKinley is 2 for 2 today out of Sarasota. Campo Lindo High School. Never heard of that one. Somebody sent me an interview Cedric did with a TV station, and it was all in French. So that did me no good. But it's an 0-1 count now. The pitch in for a ball. It's 1-1 to the first batter here in the 4th inning. Yeah, that was definitely a strike.
Good looking curve right there, Brian.
Yeah, he definitely takes his time. He wants all the airtime he can get, I believe. That one's fouled off towards the dugout. So a ball, 2 strikes to McKinley. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Ball hit the Audubon over to first to Flint, and he got him.
Nice play, Brian, by Audubon, who played it nicely there at shortstop, threw across the diamond, and McKinley running pretty good, but that's out number 1, and that's a good start to this 4th inning.
It sure is, and it brings up Jacob Runnels, the catcher out of Auburndale.
He leads the team in home runs with 11, coming into game 306.
Struck out his last at bat, and it's 0-1 here to him in the 4th, his 3rd at bat of the game. Cedric's really finding the spot.
He was a fast worker, too, Brian. de Grand Prix.
It's 0-2 pitch coming. And it's popped foul, probably out of play. See where it goes. It was out of our vision, but it was out of play.
Yeah, I watched old Blue, and it was out of the reach of our outfielder Franco and second baseman Clapp. Yeah.
Chipola had a pitcher last year. It's out in Louisiana now, University of Louisiana. Fastest pitcher I've ever seen. As soon as that ball hit his glove from the catcher, he threw it back. It was hilarious, but it was fun. So here's the 0-2, still the count. That's a little outside, the ball 2 strikes.
Trent Lewis waits on deck. St. John's River leading at 4-2.
Fouled that one back to stay alive. It's 1-2.
Runnels, again, 306, 11 home runs, leads the team. 44 runs driven in. Also tops on this ball club.
Fouled that one out of play. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jacob. De Grand Prix looking in. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2. 2 strikes.
Be nice to try to keep these guys off the bases. They've had 11 base runners and 4 of them have scored.
That pitch was high for a ball. It's now 3-2. And strikes him out. The Grand Prix did his little spin. That'll be 2 outs now in the inning.
First strikeout for Cedric D. Grand Prix, 4th by Chipola pitching, make it the 5th by Chipola pitching. And that brings up Trent Lewis. He's 0 for 1 with a walk, grounded out to second, back in the 3rd inning.
Trent's out of Avon Park. That pitch was outside for a ball.
Lewis entered the ball game batting .305, 3 homers and 29 runs driven in. Trent Lewis.
Just a little high for a ball. It's 2 balls now, 2-0 count. Two balls and a strike now, as the umpire called that one right over the plate.
Lewis, a left-handed batter.
Swung hard and missed at that one, so now we got 2 strikes with 2 outs.
Boy, it'd be nice to have an inning without any Vikings on the base pads.
Fouled that one back to the net. Russell, the other day, we looked out at the field and there was a lizard running up the net. And I kept thinking that it hit a foul ball and knock him down, but he made it to wherever he was going. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Lewis. Popped that one foul.
I was at a Florida State game one time. If you've ever been over there, their right field fence is really tall, and
Right.
some student climbed up there, and everybody tried to coax him to come down. The law got him down, though.
Yeah. There's a single to right by Lewis. 2 out single.
Hit number 6 on the night for the St. John's River team. Brings up Connor Morgan, 1 for 2, a single in the third, and popped out to right in the first inning. So another base runner for the Vikings. They lead us 4-2.
Yeah, and out here would be good. We haven't had many quick innings. That ball's hit to Franco in right. He's running over, and he makes the catch, and it was a fair ball. He was standing on the line, but it would have been fair.
So for the Vikings, they get no runs on a hit, no errors, and there was 1 left. We've played 3.5, and our score is still St. John's River 4, Chipola 2. Let's take time out on WTYS. And welcome back to Jeff Johnson Field here in Marianna, Florida. It's the Marianna Regional, as we have invited in the St. John's River Vikings, the Mid-Florida Conference runner-up, taking on the Panhandle Conference champion Chipola Indians, a best of 2 out of 3 format. But right now the visitors lead it 4-2 as we go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Coach Jeff Johnson will send his 6, 7, and 8 to the plate. Franco, Audubon, and Grienkowski.
You know, the Region 8 office put a lot of thought into the regional names. The one in Marianna is the Marianna Regional. Ocala is the Ocala Regional. So that's pretty much what they came up.
Tanner Bowman enters his 4th inning of work here.
Quickly 2-0 now. Be good if Chipola could get some people on. We haven't had many base runners, have 2 home runs.
Yeah, we've only stranded 3 base runners through 3 innings.
He's trying to get time. The umpire wouldn't call it. No, not sure what that was about. He was waving at the umpire's face, but that's okay because it was a ball. And it's 3-0. And now he'll walk.
Oh,
nope.
wow.
He's going to strike.
You know,
that pitch wasn't even close to the one before. It looked like a strike.
They call it the cripple pitch, anything close, and that one was anything close for sure. Uh-oh.
Now he thought he was walking again. The crowd's not being happy with it.
Well,
That's the second time in a row he started the first. They had to bring him his bat back.
Well, one thing, Brian, we've noticed all night, blue is slow to signal what the pitch is.
Very slow. Hit that one right at the pitcher. Right at the pitcher off his leg just about. So Caesar has a single. Good start at the 4th for Chipola. Manny Audubon will come to the plate.
4th hit of the night for the Chipola team. Runner at first. Audubon had a solo home run back in the 2nd inning. He bats here with nobody out.
That pitch was definitely high for a ball. Audubon's only at bat was the home run. 2-0 now. Greg Godsell is the umpire behind the plate. Johnny Kirkland at first and Mike Cunningham at third. That had to be a strike on the outside corner. 2-1 count now, nobody out. Franco down at first.
Maybe this is the inning everybody hits.
That pitch was really high.
Crowd's starting to get into it as well, Brian.
They really are. Chipola crowd's woken up. Audubon is out of the Panama. The 3-1 pitch is going to go to first and not close. Franco was funny earlier, bragging to his teammates about the stealing bases. He stole one, and they reminded him the catcher didn't make a throw down to second. So 3-1 pitch. And he's called that a ball. You got to wait a minute.
You're right.
But runners first and second. Bring up Brad Grienkowski.
So a chance here for Chipola in the bottom half of the fourth. We're trailing 4-2. Runners first and second. Nobody's out. Grienkowski hit by a pitch his last time, but he was left stranded at third base.
He's 6'4", 215, so he's a big boy. Out of Kennesaw, Georgia.
Entered the ball game with a 216 average, 2 homers, 9 runs driven in.
He's going to bunt it. Play, the third baseman comes up, makes a bad throw, run's going to score. Franco will come around. They're still running. Another run's going to score. Grienkowski is pumped up, sliding into third base. Chipola has tied the game 4-4.
Brian, we're going to look over here to the official score. We're going to get an infield single and then an error, or an error all the way. Put error all the way. So an error on the throw by the third baseman.
Number 10, center fielder, Zach Rice.
So nobody out, 2 runs in for Chipola. Zach Rice coming to the plate. Well, that really got the crowd up.
And here comes Ross Jones. So Franco started the inning with a single, a walk of Manny Audubon. Grienkowski laid down a beautiful bunt. Lewis got to it in good shape, but he just made a poor throw to Connor Morgan. And there's a ton of foul territory over there behind first. And when all was said and done, Franco and Audubon both scored, and Grienkowski on his horse all the way around to third base, and all of a sudden we got a brand new ball game, all knotted at 4 apiece, and Coach Jones trying to settle down Tanner Bowman.
Probably not going to make a change yet. Maybe give the guy time to warm up.
We'll tell you our Lady Indians fell tonight to Florida Southwestern. They'll play Indian River tomorrow at noon Central Time, 1 o'clock Eastern. Central Florida, Pensacola, Seminole, and Florida Southwestern are in the top half of the bracket, all with wins today. St. Pete, Miami-Dade, Indian River, Chipola in the bottom part of the bracket. Boomba Stadium. And then did you remember what town they're in down there?
Somewhere around St. Pete. They were at Busch Gardens yesterday because the Mariana Band was down there, and my niece saw one of the girls.
We're tied at 4, and here comes Zach Rice.
Nobody out, 2 runs in, runner at third. Zach pops that one up. It's going to hit us on the roof. Nope, maybe not. Maybe it went over the roof.
Rice entered today's action batting .310, 6 homers, 25 runs driven in, 9 doubles, 52 hits, 31 runs scored. Zach Rice.
Fouls that one back. 0-2, fouled back-to-back pitches.
If nothing else, Brian, we need to get Grienkowski home. Take the lead here in this bottom half of the 4th inning. Tied at 4.
That one's third baseman's moving over in foul territory. It makes the catch for out number 1.
Well, that won't get it done. Here comes Tucker Flint, who's due. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Pair of strikeouts, one in the first, another in the second, as he comes here in the top half of the 4th inning. I'm sorry, the bottom half of the 4th inning with a tie game and a duck on the pond.
And with Tucker being the leading hitter pretty much all season for Chipola. Ooh, and that hit him right in the elbow. That's one way to keep him from getting a hit.
True, too. Brings Taylor Clapp to the plate for our Chipola squad. 0 for 2 tonight. A ground out to first in the first and a pop out to the right fielder in the 3rd inning. Here comes Taylor Clapp. He's batting .330 as the day began. 19 runs driven in, 6 homers.
Second baseman Taylor Clapp.
So 1 out. Runners at first and third for the Indians. Taylor up at the plate. And that might have did hit him back to back. Well, now, yeah, that umpire's confusing. Heck out of me.
His hand signals don't seem to go with what we just saw, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I thought he was going to tell him to stay at the plate, but it definitely hit him. And now Cam comes up with the bases loaded. This could be good right here for the Indians.
1 for 2 tonight. And that one left the yard. Tied at 4, bases juiced, 1 out.
Cam waiting on the first pitch. It's in for a strike. He's a little shocked.
Only the 3rd baseman is playing in. He's even with the bag. Everybody else at normal depth, pretty much.
Swung at that one and missed it. Not happy with himself. It's now 0-2.
Well, it only takes one. He is in a hole, though, 0-2. He's upset with himself.
He sure is. So here comes the 0-2 pitch. That's outside for a ball.
Runnels set up on the outside part of the plate, Brian, and Bowman hit the mitt, but it was well out of the strike zone.
So a ball, 2 strikes to Cameron Collier. And that's hit the center field. The run will score. Runner will go to third. Throw goes to short. Grienkowski scores on the sac fly by Cam Collier. 2 outs, but another run in.
Indians have taken the lead 5-4.
3 runs scored in this inning.
Hitter Shane Lewis.
DH Shane Lewis tied for the team lead in home runs.
Let's keep it going. He singled
At
his
the
last
plate.
time. 1 for 2. Lewis struck out in the first and singled in the third. 5-4 now Chipola in the bottom half of the fourth. 2 RBIs in the night now for Collier.
Good chance for Shane right here. Big swing by Shane, and he missed it.
Shane leads us in runs driven in with 61. As Brian said, tied with Flint with homers with 14. Right now, we just take a base hit.
That's in for a called strike. Crowd not happy with it. Shane wasn't happy. It's 0-2 now.
Brian, it might have crossed the strike zone, but it began to tail downward. Looked like a ball once it got to the catcher's mitt. That's what had the crowd moaning.
Hit foul down third base. There's a moth. Came to join us.
Some of them got some size on them.
It's an 0-2 pitch to Shane out of Vicksburg, Warren Central High School. And it hits off the umpire, but a run will score. I thought it was going to make. Oh, they're sending him back. They're making him go back. See if Jeff talks to him about this. The run would have scored easily. The umpire couldn't get out of the way. It was going out to center field.
I don't guess I've ever seen that. What's the rule, guy? Why's he got to go back? We're a little bumfuddled up here as to why Flint's got to go back. Hard hit ball off the bat of Lewis. He hits the.
Now Jeff's calling time, and he wants an explanation. Well, no, he just wants to talk.
It's got to be
talking to Jake.
It's got to be a base hit, though, right, guys? So it's the second hit in the inning.
That's strange.
Bases loaded, but why he had to go back? Usually, my thought was always the umpire's part of the playing field.
That's what I thought.
So the ball's live despite it hitting him, but it must have been the ball's dead once it hit him. That's the only thing I could figure. Anyway, they send him back to third. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Here's Jake Holland.
Fouled back. So big opportunity for Jake. Bases are loaded. There are 2 out. Jake is the 9th batter for Chipola in the inning. That was a good play by the catcher to keep it from hitting the backstop.
Yeah, Runnels come out of his crouch and move to his right.
It was way outside, up and out.
5-4 Chipola, bottom of the fourth, bases loaded, 2 out.
It was the 1-1 pitch. And that was low. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, whatever the call was, Brian, it must have been right because Jeff didn't argue it.
Right. Two now. Big swing and a miss.
I think if Blue gets out of the way, Brian, it's a base hit up the middle.
Easily, yeah.
And the run would have scored.
If not two. Oh, the run scores. But then the runners are all safe. Now they're going to throw to third, and he got him at third. But a run came in. The catcher dropped the third strike and couldn't find the ball, which was sitting on the plate.
So 4 runs will score on 2 hits. There was an error, and I believe 2 men will be left on base. So we have played 4 complete innings now, and a new score. Chipola 6, St. John's River 4. We'll be back right after this on WTYS. Baseball on WTYS 94.1 FM. Also on the World Wide Web at WTYS.cc. You can watch it on Chipola College YouTube. Russell and Brian here with you. Debbie's back at the station. And we've got the folks helping us with Chipola College YouTube. That is Eric and Sailor and Jordan and Shep. We got so many folks here, it's unbelievable. Big inning for our Indians, though, Brian. We get 4 spot. We're going to the top of the 5th with our Chipola team leading 6-4.
Yeah, Aiden Mastantunu at the plate. First pitch in for a strike. Day Grand Prix still on the mound.
He came in there in the 3rd inning with 2 outs. Got us out of a jam.
And that's going to be a single. No. Daggum, Brad Grienkowski showing off his speed. I don't know how he got to that ball. Now, Shane Lewis is usually in left, and he can fly. But apparently Brad's right there with him.
Mastantino hit one in the gap, guys, and Grienkowski just ran it down in the gap, made about a knee-high grab. Here comes Maverick Stallings. Indians lead at 6-4 in the top half of the 5th inning.
Yeah, that'd be an ESPN play. Pitch just inside. Well, this guy will not be behind the plate tomorrow. He'll be out in the field, so that's good. That pitch in for a strike. Ball in a strike.
Ooh.
That ball's hit hard. It's going to be gone. Brad might have lost his glove going over the fence. I don't know. That was a shot.
And just like that, it's 6-5 as Stallings with a home run. 7th hit of the evening for St. John's River. And let's see for Stallings. If I can find him here. His 6th home run, his 23rd run driven in. Here comes Parker Stallard. He's 0 for 1, hit by a pitch and walked, scored a run. 6-5.
That's a strike from De Grand Prix. He's pitched well, but that ball was just hit monster hard.
Yeah, it was stroked. And you know, Brian, the ball did something kind of funny. I was wondering if Grienkowski might have got a little bit, because he was climbing the fence. It might have went just over and bounced, but it just looked funny from here.
Strike 2 is 1-2. Yeah, Grienkowski being 6'4", he got up there. So
he didn't give up on it, that's for sure.
Didn't.
Let's just bounce back and get an out right here.
Strikes him out.
Struck out swinging, did Stallard. 2 gone, now back to the top of the lineup. Jarrett Ford, 0 for 2 and a walk and a run scored.
Number 2, center fielder, Jarrett Ford.
So maybe Cedric can get him another strikeout. That's him for a strike.
Cedric de Grand Prix with 3 strikeouts, 7 now for Chipola pitching. 6-5 Chipola, top of the 5th.
Oh, that's hit off De Grand Prix, but Flint able to make the play after going off his leg. He's running off the field, looks okay.
So that's the 3rd out, but St. John's River does get a run on a hit, a home run by Stallings. No errors and nobody's left on base. We've played 4.5. I guess we're halfway home, and our score is Chipola 6, St. John's River 5. More Indian baseball coming up on WTYS. Mariana, the Mariana Regional winner of this 2 out of 3 will go to Lakeland. Next week, we're going to the bottom of the 5th. Chipola leading 6-5. Franco, Audubon, Grienkowski, just like we started the 4th. Here's the 5th. And the play-by-play, Brian Milton.
Yeah, Chipola sent 9 to the plate last inning. Franco takes that one high. Some good news, that rain that was supposed to be here in the next hour is now gone, so
I like it.
It's not going to rain anymore tonight. That's good news.
That misses 2-0, and I think tomorrow is supposed to be
Tomorrow should be a pretty day.
really nice day. Franco singled his last time.
And that was hit high and deep to the right. Right fielder runs around but comes up to make the catch for out number 1. That is G. Frank out there, the ladies basketball coach, and his assistant, Matt Kramer, is out there.
Matt's a good basketball coach. I seen his post today and commented on it. Matt was a player here at Chipola from Alpha. Good player.
Ball's fouled back. Emmanuel Audubon has a home run and a walk, so he's scored twice tonight.
6-5 good guys. We're in the bottom of the 5th.
Swung and missed at that one. It's 0-2 count. Strikes him out. Route number 2.
8 strikeouts now for Bowman. Brings up Brad Grienkowski, who made a good running grab last half inning. And he is 0 for 2. Reached on an error. Scored a run. Let's say hello to Clint Cox. He's down on the banks of Lake Seminole tonight. He said he and Gene Pro ran into each other at a bait and tackle shop. And Clint's listening in tonight. Hello, Clint.
Saw Clint at Mexico Beach. Glad to know that they'll be back in their home soon.
Building him a nice house for sure.
Still a lot of recovery going on from Hurricane Michael.
You know, we talked the other day that we're going to demark life before Michael and after Michael when we have conversation.
That's the truth. Swings and misses. It's the ball, 2 strikes to Grienkowski.
That one was low. The crowd wanted a strike, I think, the St. Johns River folks.
Ball hit hard, foul towards the batting cage. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
We surely do have a good crowd down there in right field and left field.
Another foul back.
Same 2 teams tomorrow at 2 o'clock. If one team doesn't sweep the first 2 games, then there'll be game number 3 will follow after they get the field ready. This one's still in doubt here.
2-2 pitch. Swung and missed. Throw down the first in time. That'll do it for Chipola. 3 up, 3 down here in the 5th.
So no runs or hits or errors, and nobody's left on base. 5 complete in the books, and our score is Chipola 6, St. Johns River 5. More Indian baseball coming up on WTYS. We're going to the top half of the 6th inning with Chipola leading 6-5. Russell and Brian here with you. Deb's back at the station. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 out of Ross John's lineup. Sousa, McKinley, and Runnels. So the heart of their order here in the top of the 6th against our Cedric D. Grand Prix.
Sousa's had a good night. We were able to get him on a strikeout his last at bat.
Yeah, 2 for 3, a single and a double, and a run scored.
That was pretty close inside. Luckily didn't hit him. That wouldn't, it's not how we want to start the inning with a hit batter. That pitch is outside, 2-0 count. That one's called a strike.
You have to wait on him.
Yeah, I thought it was a ball inside, but he thought about it for a little while and said, I guess it's a strike. And that's the strike. He swung and missed. So 2-2 now to J.J. Sousa. Strike 3. Strikes him out.
4 strikeouts now for Cedric D. Grand Prix. That'll bring up McKinley, Trip McKinley. He's 2 for 3. Grounded out to short back in the 4th inning, but a pair of singles and an RBI, and here he bats in the 6th inning.
That pitch in for a strike.
Jake Holland behind the plate. Tucker Flint's at first. Taylor Claps at second. Emmanuel Audubon's at short. And Cam Collier at third base.
That ball hit the right field is going to be foul. Just about 3 or 4 feet foul.
Brad Grienkowski's in left field. Zach Rice in center. And Cesar Franco is in right. He's the one trying to chase that foul ball. 0-2 count on McKinley. 6-5 Chipola. We're in the top of the 6th.
So we might get home before midnight. Barely got a piece of it. Count remains 0-2.
Yeah, when it was a 6 o'clock first pitch, I told Dawn, I said, well, we may can go for a little late supper. And when it pushed to 7, I said, there's no way.
They had talked about 8 o'clock. that concerned me.
8 o'clock's just, that's too late. For these young people, that's nothing. But for me, they'll understand one day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to come onto the ball yard. I sat and watched TV. I was about to go to sleep at 6 o'clock. 5:30.
Yeah, I noticed you got here early. 0-2
Yeah.
pitch outside. Way out for a ball.
Well, I tell you, when you set a pace like we do, if you get still, that's when you make your mistake.
Yep. It's a 1-2 pitch. There's one out in the inning. And that ball's hit hard. Brad's going back. And it's way out of here. Bounced off the top of a palm tree.
Got us a tie game.
So it's tied at 6.
Solo home run for McKinley. His 9th home run of the year and his 44th RBI in a brand new game.
Back-to-back innings, they've had solo home runs.
6-6, almost hitting the same identical place too.
It really did.
Stallings hit one in the 5th and McKinley here in the 6th, and we're knotted up. Half dozen apiece. Here comes Jacob Runnels. He's 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts.
Just outside for a ball.
good
Swing
cut
and
at that.
miss, yeah. One ball, one strike. Day Grand Prix pitched great, just giving up the 2 solo homers. 1-2 count now to Runnels.
Brian, this one may come down to who has the last at bat. And that's us.
Strikes him out. Well, I'm hoping we have a lead going in tonight.
Boy.
They have the last at bat.
True, too.
That'd be nice.
5 strikeouts now for Cedric. That brings Trent Lewis to the plate. Singled his last time, walked and grounded out, 1 for 2.
Pitched is a strike to Lewis.
Is it me or is the umpire strike zone widening a little bit?
I think it is. But that's okay.
He may have a dinner date. Who knows?
That one's fouled back, 0-2. Yeah, I got a little concerned. I was in the dugout about an hour before the game, and they got one of those LP tanks with a heater on it.
Yeah.
I said, you think it's going to get that cold out here tonight? Y'all got the heater? I hadn't seen it.
It is chilly.
Yes, down to 70. Supposed to get to around 66, I think. It's the 0-2 pitch. Outside, tried to get him to swing. It's a ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the 6th in a tie ball game. Way inside.
Oh, wow.
Cedric thought it was a strike. Two balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, the Chipola coaches are asking the umpire. Well, you can't fuss about strike calls. Hit to Flint. He'll throw it to Cedric for out number 3.
And that'll do it for St. John's River here in the 6th, but they tie the game up on a solo home run by Trip McKinley. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody's left. We have played 5 1/2, and we're tied 6-6 as you listen to Chipola Baseball on WTYS.
Leading off for the Indians, center fielder, number 10.
And welcome back to Marietta, Florida, the Marietta Regional. Best 2 out of 3 with St. John's River. All tied up at 6 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Chipola will send Zach Rice, Tucker Flint, and Taylor Clapp against Tanner Bowman, who is entering his 6th inning of work.
That hits it to center. it's not going to drop in. And Ford, the center fielder, able to make the catch.
First baseman, Tucker Flint.
They'll bring up Tucker Flint.
So 1 pitch and 1 out. Flint was hit by pitches last time and scored, struck out his first 2 times. Let's see him get a hold of one here as we're in the bottom of 6, tied at 6.
He's definitely due tonight. That pitch is the ball. The 1-0 pitch to Tucker. Way outside and in the dirt for a 2-0 count. Hopefully Chipola can get a few batters at the plate in this inning, get some runs.
Ross Jones has gotten 5 pretty good innings out of Bowman.
He got under that one, but it's going foul. Nobody's going to get to it. Good effort.
I think that was Stallings, the shortstop, was trying to make a sliding snare over there, wasn't he?
Yeah, and it looked like it was the way they were running. At first, it looked like it was going to be a fair ball and drop in between them, and it went way foul. And the wind, it was not from the wind.
Yeah, the wind's going from left to right. Kind of coming out of the south tonight.
So 2 balls and a strike to Tucker Flint. Swings hard. It's 2-2.
You know, in a best of 2 out of 3 series, you try to minimize your pitching. And so far, Coach Jones has only used 1.
That's way outside for a ball. Yeah, Chipola needs to rest some pitchers as well. So it would be good to win this game and then win the first one tomorrow.
Runnels must have took that baseball, found a place there was no padding. He bent over and went to the bump and give him a little moment to regain his composure. And the count is full on Flint with 1 out, 6-6 ball game in the 6th.
Ooh, and it hits Tucker in the back.
Twice he's been nailed. Runner at first and 1 out for Taylor Clapp. Clapp also hit by a pitch his last time. Grounded out in the first and popped out to right in the 3rd.
Yeah, and they didn't mean to hit him, put him on the base, but that is strange. Back-to-back at bats, he's been hit, and he's the player of the year. So
maybe something to it.
I think he would have preferred to strike him out with a 3-2 count. But there's 1 out. Tucker Flint at first. That came close to getting Clapp, which he's already had 1 inning where he hit 2 batters. Well, he hit Clapp and Flint.
Right.
Two balls, no strikes. Taylor Clapp out of Fort Lauderdale. Played for the Indians last year. Three-0.
Get some base runners for Collier and Lewis who are coming up. Three hits between those guys tonight.
That's going to walk him. I knew that had to be a ball because the catcher had to stand up to catch it. So wasn't a lot of guessing going on with that one.
The runners first and second and one out. Here comes Cam Collier. He had a solo blast in the first inning. Struck out in the third and had a sac fly RBI in the fourth inning. Left-handed batter. Bats here with one out in the bottom of the sixth, all tied up. Here comes Coach Ross Jones. Let's see if the night is done for Bowman. He's gone 5 1/3, and I think it will be a pitching change. Coach Jones reaches for the baseball and has it. And we are going to have a pitching change. We will tell you that Bowman went 5 1/3 innings, 6 runs so far on 5 hits. He struck out 9. He walked 2. I better check that. I bet it's 3. And let's see who the new pitcher is for St. John's River. 6-6 is our score. Chipola with a run in the first, another in the second, 4 in the fourth. St. John's River with 3 in the second, 1 in the third, and single runs in the fifth and the sixth. Y'all help me pick up a number out there. They only have them on the back of their jerseys.
Yeah, it's not easy.
32.
32. Well, 23, 32.
It's all the same, isn't it? Let's see. Pitching number 32, Jarrett Moresko. He is a freshman right-hander, and he's making his 14th appearance. He has 5 wins, 3 losses, 59 1/3 innings. He has struck out 51. He has walked 32. His ERA just below 5 runs. About 4.5 runs, 4.55 earned run average. Jarrett Moresko. Let's see where he's from. Port Orange. Okay.
Yep. Spruce Creek High School.
So that is our new pitcher, Jarrett Moresko. And he goes through his warm-up tosses. And we will tell you that some Chipola Indians are playing Major League Baseball. I got that somewhere here. Patrick Corbin, he's pitched in 27 2/3 innings for Washington. He's not very proud of his record or ERA right now. He's working on that. 26 strikeouts for Pat, 13 walks.
He won the 7th game of the World Series and got a ring with that.
He did. He's still playing for the Nationals. Patrick Corbin. Adam Duvall for Atlanta, trying to get above the Mendoza line. He does have 6 doubles, a home run, and 13 runs driven in. Played for the Champions of Atlanta last year. Adam Duvall, both Pat Corbin and Adam played here. And Bowden Francis is playing for Toronto. He's played in 1 game, pitched in 1 game, I should say. Just 2/3 of an inning. Did not give up any runs. 1 strikeout, used sparingly right now by Toronto. But 3 Chipola Indians in the big leagues. Here comes Cam Collier. Tie game, bottom of the 6th. Jarrett Moresko is the pitcher.
Runners at first and second for Chipola. Cam at the plate. High and outside. Yeah, Bowden Francis got called up a couple weeks ago. He's out of Tallahassee, out of Childs High School, and pitched on the 2017 National Championship Chipola team.
And being from Tallahassee, you think he was named for Bobby?
Oh, he was. That pitch is in for a strike. More yelling from the crowd.
Yeah, he just Blues not helped his own calls tonight. Slow to make a call. It frustrates you.
So a ball and a strike to Cam. That's high. So 2 balls and a strike. Cam looking at his little cheat sheet, I guess. telling him where to hit the ball, I guess. 2 balls and a strike. Runners are gone, and they're going to both be safe. So runners now at second and third. Flint and Clapp with a double steal. Catcher didn't have anywhere to throw it.
You know, I think the catcher kind of got lost on the count. I think he thought it was 3-0, which we all thought it should have been. He thought that was ball 4.
Yeah.
So he didn't make a throw. Old Blue had called one of those balls a strike, so it's 3-1 to Cam Collier, and a chance for us to take the lead here in the bottom of the 6th.
It's the 3-1 pitch. And Cam hits that one deep. Nope, it's going to score a run, though. It'll score a run. Run will make it into third, and it'll hit off of him, but he can't advance because I think it might have stung a little bit when it hit him, but Chipola gets a run.
Another sac fly RBI. 3 RBIs in the night for Cam Collier. 2 outs in the inning. It's now 7-6 as the Indians score without virtue of a hit. Here comes Shane Lewis, and he's got a chance here to drive in another run and give us a little cushion going into the 7th.
Yeah, Cam was talking to Shane during the little delay right there. I guess he might have seen something from that pitcher.
Lewis 2 for 3 tonight, a pair of singles, a strikeout back in the first, and singles in the third and the fourth.
High and outside for a ball to Shane Lewis.
28 RBIs now. 41 RBIs now in the year for Cam Collier.
$2-0 now to Shane.
May pitch around Shane. Holland has struck out in all 3 of his at-bats in the ball game.
I expected that to be called a strike, but it's a ball. So it's a 3-0 count.
Lewis was wise to hang around.
Yeah, he jumped back. He was in pretty far inside. He jumped back.
Blue then
and of
called
course
it
it
a
was
strike.
called a strike. So 3 balls and a strike, 2 outs, but Chipola has a runner at third. That pitch is called a strike, so it's 3-2. That ball hit off the first baseman's glove. A run will score. Shane Lewis is safe. He doesn't know it, but the ball got away. But he'll stay at first.
Another error by St. John's River. This one on the first baseman. Allows the run to score. Indians now lead it 8-6. And Jake Holland will bat. Looking for his first hit of the evening. Lewis reaches on the error. 8-6 Chipola. They've out-hit us 8-5. But where it counts, we lead by 2 runs.
Yeah, Jake will be the 6th batter of the inning for the Indians. Fouled back out of play. Back toward River Forest Road.
Brian, you remember when it wasn't much of a booth. It was a bench over there with a roof on it.
Yeah.
I think you sat in there a time or two, didn't you?
Yeah, a long time ago. Long time ago.
Field has changed a lot, or the stadium has.
Throw to first, not in time. No balls in a strike to Jake.
Moresko mops his brow out there. Ready to go.
Oh, 1 pitch. Nope. Throw to first.
Ooh. Really close over there that time, closer than the time before. 8-6 Chipola. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Pitch to the plate, hopefully this time. That ball hit to right to Sousa, playable, and he makes the catch for out number 3. But Chipola gets 2 runs in. Chipola leads 8-6.
8-6 Chipola. Let's go to the top of the 7th right after this on WTYS. And welcome back here to Jeff for the 7th. Chipola leading 8-6, 8-6 Chipola. And for St. John's River here in the top half of the 7th inning, they will send 6, 7, and 8 Connor Morgan, Aiden Mastantuno, and Maverick Stallings to face our Cedric D. Grand Prix, who came in with 2 outs in the 3rd inning and has pitched well to this point. Give up a couple solo home runs. He's going through his warm-up tosses. Connor Morgan tonight is 1 for 3, a single and a run scored back in the 3rd, and a pair of pop-outs to right field in the 1st and 4th inning. There's the throw down to 2nd, and we're 2/3 of the way. Still a lot of baseball yet to be played here. It's the best 2 out of 3. So certainly whoever wins tonight kind of in the catbird seat with tomorrow's game scheduled for 2 o'clock. Here's Connor Morgan. Cedric D. Grand Prix.
Yeah, it'd be nice if he could finish out this game, not have to use any more pitchers.
I think you got some visitors here. Here's Connor Morgan. D Grand Prix winds and deals. The first pitch is a little bit inside, ball 1.
Yeah, we got my daughter, Miss Mariana, just came in.
The booth just got prettier.
A lot prettier.
1-0 to Morgan. D Grand Prix deals. That one's in there for a strike, and the count evens at 1-1. The NASCAR boys are in Darlington this week. 2:30 Sunday. Start your engines on FS1. Next pitch is high, 2-1 on Morgan. The top 16 make the NASCAR Cup Series, and William Byron leads the way right now. 2 balls and a strike to Morgan. Here's the pitch, hard hit and high in the air toward center field. Who wants it out there? Center fielder Rice reaches up, and he makes the play. And that's out number 1.
Virginia today used her social media platform to raise money for Partners for Pets.
Wow.
People donated her money. How much did you get?
Well, she can work in average. Does she not
400.
speak? She does speak. Okay.
$400 for
Hey,
the
that's
Partners for
great.
Pets.
Wonderful. Aiden Mastantuno will bat here. 0 for 2 with a walk. 8-6 Chipola. We're in the 7th. D Grand Prix on the bump for Chipola. Here's the pitch. Hard hit in the air again, this time on the infield. Audubon says it's here. He wobbles, goes back, he makes a play, he almost stumbles down. Boy, that was scary.
Yeah, I guess it moved a little bit. And good play. Not to miss it, that's for sure.
Out number 2, that brings Maverick Stallings to the plate. Now, he hit a solo home run his last time. Hit by a pitch in the 3rd. Struck out in the 2nd. 8-6 Chipola, top of the 7th. D Grand Prix deals. Pitches in there for a strike. Talking a little NASCAR. My wife's racer is in the top 16. He's 11th, Martin Truex Jr. My racer's a good big back. 22nd, Bubba Wallace. The 0-1 is low and the count 1-1. Follow NASCAR any, Brian? Absolutely none. It's a
I've
good
been
thing.
to Daytona.
Okay.
Not to race, but that's where we had our meetings, at the track.
That's big. 1-1 to Stallings. That one hit toward the right side, but foul.
Marietta native is head of NASCAR corporate marketing. Mike Long used to be a DJ here,
Okay.
and his brother William Long.
All right, I guess they're going to leave us. Ball 2 strikes to Stallings. D Grand Prix deals. And in there, called strike 3. And down goes Stallings. 6 strikeouts now for D Grand Prix. 3 up, 3 down for the Vikings. And we're going to the bottom of the 7th inning with our score: Chipola 8 and St. John's River 6. More baseball after this on WTYS. And welcome back to Chipola Baseball. Russell and Brian here with you. Debbie's back at the station, coming to you on WTYS 94.1 FM. Also on Chipola College YouTube, as Sailor and Eric to the booth to our right, bringing you all the pictures tonight.
And we'll be on YouTube tomorrow as well.
And from YouTube tomorrow as well. Trackman's being done by Shep Hancock. I think he has stepped out. And Jordan Jerkins is charting pitches. So we got a lot of folks here with us tonight. We could use a little insurance. 6, 7, and 8. Franco, Audubon, and Grienkowski. The first 3 to face Jarrett Moresko. We're in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Major League Baseball is entering toward the end of its first month. And here's the hard hit, but foul. In the American League, the New York Yankees lead the East with an 18-7 mark. Tampa's 16-10, and Toronto is 16-11 in the AL East. An 0-1 now to Franco. Moresko deals. It's low and the count evens up. In the Central, it's Minnesota, the Twins. They're 15-11. And in the West, the Los Angeles Angels are 17-10 in Houston. is 15-11. The 1-1 hard hit toward right, fair, and it's trouble. Down the line at first, rounding first on his way to second. Franco loses his helmet, but he's standing with a double, and that's a good start, Brian Milton, to the bottom of the 7th.
That's a great start. It looked like he might have thought he could go for 3, but they held him up. Aldabon will be up. Russell, there was a funny play the other day. Aldabon was at first, and he went to steal. So the catcher threw it down. The batter walked, but the catcher threw it. And the second baseman, shortstop, just stood there, and the ball went to the fence to center field.
Wow.
He scored from first base. I've never seen that.
Manny Audubon will bat. He homered back in the second inning. Walked and scored and struck out. Squares the bunt, brings it back, and takes it for ball 1. In the National League in the East, it's the Mets, the amazing Mets, 19-9. Miami's 12-13, and Atlanta 6.5 back with a 12-15 mark. They are taking on Milwaukee tonight. 1-0 pitch. Didn't mean to swing. Grounder to third, short hopped and thrown across the diamond, through the glove. Here comes a run home, and the Indians lead 9-6. Another throwing error. That one might have been on the first baseman, however. So an error on the first baseman. 3 errors now, and a run comes in Franco, and it is 9-6.
Yeah, it looked like the first baseman tried to scoop it on the hop and just couldn't get it.
Scoreboard shows 4 errors. I think in one inning there were a couple back in the 6th. So we'll go with 4 errors on St. John's River. So here's Grienkowski. He will bunt out in front of the bump. Glove by Moresko on to first. In time, they say. Boy, that was a close play over there.
That looked like he was getting ready to call him safe, and then he moved it to out.
So 1 is gone. Manny moves over to second. Here comes Zach Rice. 0 for 2 with a walk. It's 9-6 Chipola, bottom of the 7th.
It wouldn't surprise me if Zach tries to bunt it. He's so fast, he beats most of them.
Indians have scored in the last 2 innings. Here's the pitch. On the corner for a strike. Finally, huh? Ball, no strikes to Zach Rice. Zach plays center field for us. Indians in white tonight. Vikings of St. John's River in navy blue and gray. 0-1 to Rice. Moresko kicks and fires. Low, 1-1. In the NL West, boy, it's a bottleneck. The Dodgers are 16-7. San Diego's 17-9. Colorado's got 15 wins, and San Fran's got 14. 1 ball, 1 strike to Rice. Moresko looks into Runnels, and now time is called. Morgan at first, McKinley at second, Stallings at short, and Lewis at third. Stallard's out in left field, Ford's in center, and Sousa in right. 1-1. Low, 2-1. Jacob Runnels, your catcher. Jarrett Moresko in relief of Tanner Bowman on the pitching mound. 2 balls and a strike to Rice. Tucker Flint waits on deck. Moresko checks the runner. The 2-1. Low. 3-1. If you hear us wait to call it a ball or strike, there's a reason for it. Blue is going at a snail's pace down there. 3-1 to Rice. Moresko deals. That's a strike, and the count 3-2. New format this year. Regionals. Best 2 out of 3 winners go to Lakeland. 4 teams will go to Lakeland for a double elimination tournament. It starts on Thursday week. There's a walk. Rice down to first.
Good at bat by Zach.
And Tucker Flint, last few at-bats, has been a dartboard. Hit in the 4th and hit in the 6th. Struck out in the 1st and 2nd. Let's keep the hits coming. Something tells me we need as many runs as we can against St. Johns River. The pitch outside. Tucker Flint, the player of the year in the Panhandle Conference. First team all-conference player, Tucker Flint. 1-0. Hard hit and foul. Wow, not by much. Down that first base line.
Just barely foul. Would have scored probably 2 runs.
Yeah, they'd have still been running. Count goes to 1-1. Flint's out of Rhode Island. Transferred from Maryland. 6'2", 215 pounds. Plays for head coach Jeff Johnson. Flint's do a 1-1. That one hit high in the air toward right field. Playable. On comes Sousa. Gloving it. Runners stay put.
Yeah, Flint looked a little frustrated right there when he knew he had just popped it up.
Brings Taylor Clapp to the plate. Clapp looking for his first hit of the night. He did walk and score a run last inning. Clapp, a second team all-conference player out of Fort Lauderdale. 5'10", 180 pounds. Wears number 15 on that white jersey. Faces Moresko here. Here's the pitch. That one outside, ball 1. Atlanta and Milwaukee tonight. One of you guys may could look that up for us in a little bit and see how the Braves are faring. Well, they're not faring too well, in other words. Boy, they lost tonight. The 1-0's inside 2-0. You think they missed Freddie Freeman any?
They probably do.
Well, 6-3 on the loss to the front-running Brewers in the Central. 2-0 pitch to Clapp. Little insurance would be good. We lead 9-6, getting late. 2-0 pitch outside.
76ers beat the Miami Heat. Heat lead the series 2-1 now. And the Mavericks are up 51-41 over the Suns.
NBA playoffs in full swing. Clapping a 3-0. It's in there for a strike. Thought Runnels kind of reached and brought it back in the zone, but Blue saw it different. 3-1 now on Clapp. Runners first, second. 2 are out and the run is in. Pitch. Popped it up. Foul territory, first base side. Morgan over near the dugout, can't make the play. He looked like he ran into the railing, and I don't think his mates gave him much help over there.
That's not good.
I mean, you see that when you run into the visitors' dugout. They're not giving a peep other than heckling you. But he kind of ran into that railing and kind of whiplashed him over there. So we get a reprieve. The count is full on Clapp. The right-handed Moresko Taking his time so long, Clapp calls timeout. Three balls, two strikes. Moresko checks a runner. 3-2 pitch, runners go. Fouled it back. I was trying to prepare the folks at the station and old Skip, our program director, that JUCO baseball and high school baseball are two different kinds of baseball. Much, much different. Right, guys? Much different.
I think they said the Chipley-Sneads game, there was 28 walks or 20-something walks.
Chipley played Cottondale, and Sneads, let's see,
Well,
played Madison during the regular season.
Yeah, a few weeks ago.
They're in the playoffs now. 3-2 to Clapp. Runners go again. Pitch is high, and he's walked him. I waited on Blue.
Number 24, third baseman.
Moresko with his second walk.
Cam
Bases loaded.
Coming up with the bases loaded. That's a good thing.
Yes, it is.
There's 2 outs.
Cam's had a good night. A pair of sac flies, solo home run, 3 RBIs, and a run score. 9-6 Chipola. Looking for more right here. Pitch to Cam. He'll hit it between first and second. That's a base hit. A run is in. Here comes another run to the plate. He'll score. Ball gets away from the infield, and Collier with 2 more RBIs.
And Collier will be at second. So runners at second and third, 2 runs in.
It's now 11-6 Chipola. And Shane Lewis, who has 2 hits on the night, grabbed a walk club. Here he comes. So a crooked number for the Indians here in the 7th, a 3 spot. Runners second and third. Let's keep it going. 11-6 Chipola. Pitch. In there for a strike. Again, Lewis 2 for 4. Been on base 3 times. He reached on an error. 0-1 to him. Swung on, missed. Boy, he was swinging for the fence there.
Yeah, he was trying to hit that to the basketball coaches out in right field.
Well, they may have some chicken wings cooking out there. You never know about G. Frank.
Yeah, there's no telling.
No balls, 2 strikes to Lewis. Pitch. Swung on, miss, struck him out. Down go the Indians in the 7th, but we played 3 runs on 2 hits. There was another error, and there were 2 base runners left aboard. We have played 7 complete. And a new score to tell you about, Chipola 11, St. John's River 6. Going to the 8th inning right after this on WTYS. Russell and Brian here with you. Debbie back at the station. The Indians have scored 5 runs in the last 2 innings and lead it 11-6. Cedric D. Grand Prix will enter the 8th inning. He'll face 9 and back to the top of the lineup. So Stollard, Ford, and Sousa, the first 3 here in the 8th inning.
Hopefully we can get them 3 up, 3 down. I imagine Coach Johnson might make a change for the 9th inning. But Cedric's pitched really well. And, of course, Drew Howard, the #1 pitcher, won't pitch anymore in this series. So he'll be ready if the Indians win this regional in advance.
Same 2 teams tomorrow, as Brian said, at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Can be heard right here on WTYS and also seen on Chipola College YouTube. Here is Stallard. Hit by a pitch, walked, and struck out. Faces D Grand Prix, and the first pitch in there for a strike. College baseball, top 25. A lot of teams we know are in that poll. We'll look at that this half inning. 0-1 to Stallard. Here it comes. Swung on, missed. Tennessee, the Volunteers are ranked #1. Oregon State, Okie State, Arkansas, Virginia Tech are 1 through 5. The Grand Prix bends over at the waist. The 0-2 to Stallard from the stretch. The pitch. Swung on, missed. He went around and down he goes. 1 is gone here in the 8th. 7 strikeouts now for Cedric. 6 through 10 looks like this: Miami, Southern Miss, UCLA, Texas Tech, and Louisville. 1 through 10 in college baseball. Here comes Jarrett Ford. First pitch to him in there for a strike. Some other notables: Texas A&M and Virginia are 13th and 14th. Auburn, LSU, and Georgia Tech are 19th, 20th, and 21st, and 22nd is Georgia. Pitch is fouled off, count 0-2. And the Seminoles are 23rd. So a lot of ACC and SEC teams in the top 25 as per usual. 0-2 to Ford. D Grand Prix deals. Misses outside, 1-2.
Well, the Tennessee coach upset the Alabama fans and got ejected, and then he upset the Auburn fans, and the guy said it's pretty bad when you get those 2 groups to join together.
That's true, too.
The Auburn player hit a home run. His name's Bobby Pierce, by the way.
Wow. Not the one we know.
Not our Bobby Pierce.
2-2 count now on Ford. D Grand Prix, foul off again by Ford.
The Auburn players came to home plate to congratulate him, and on his way to first, he flipped the bat down there, and the coach, Tennessee coach, came out of the dugout, grabbed the bat, and threw it at the Auburn players.
Wow. That's some fine leadership.
Yeah.
2-2 to Ford. Here's the pitch. Tried to in there, call strike 3.
There we go.
Down goes Ford. 8 strikeouts for Cedric D Grand Prix, and J.J. Sousa, who after going 2 for 2 is now 2 for 4. Let's see if we can keep him on the schneid. Sousa with a single and a double in the first and second, then struck out in the third and the 6th. Bending over at the waist is D Grand Prix. 2 outs in the 8th. The pitch almost hit him inside. College softball. Oklahoma still ranked #1. I think they're unblemished. They have not been beat.
They've got a great women's program. Their gymnastics is also great.
Yep. It's Oklahoma, Virginia Tech, Florida State, Arkansas, and UCLA, the top 5. 1-0 swung on, missed, 1-1. Okie State, Northwestern, Alabama, Washington, and Duke are 6 through 10. In women's college softball. Sousa do a 1-1. The Grand Prix deals outside. Others, Tennessee, Florida, UCF, Kentucky, Clemson, Georgia, and Auburn are 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th. 2-1 pitch. Fouled it off to the left side. Then 22nd, Louisiana, the Raging Cajuns, and 23rd, the Bengal Tigers of LSU. Central Florida has been up there all year long, ranked 15th. 2 balls, 2 strikes to J.J. Sousa. Chipola's D Grand Prix deals. How did it miss, guys?
He was ready to get in the dugout.
You know, Blues had several times where it looks like the player's showing him up, but he's just so slow in telling us what's what. Payoff pitch to Sousa. Here it is. Popped it up, but foul. Is there room? I don't think so. Collier gives it a look-see.
Just over the Chipola dugout.
As long as it leaves that old green truck along out there. I got to see Alabama play Kentucky earlier in the year. Good matchup. 2 ranked teams. 1-run game. Another payoff pitch. Swung on, missed. He struck out the side. 3 up, 3 down. 9 strikeouts now for D Grand Prix. Nothing doing for St. John's River in the 8th. We're going to the bottom half of the 8th inning with our score. Chipola 11, St. John's River 6. Back after this on WTYS. And let's go to the bottom half of the 8th inning with our score, Chipola 11, St. John's River 6. And for Chipola and head coach Jeff Johnson, 5, 6, and 7. Indians trying to get a 1-game lead here in this best 2 out of 3 against St. John's River. The other favorites today have done that. Central Florida beat Tallahassee. Florida Southwestern beat Indian River, and Miami-Dade bested Polk. In the other 3 regionals, here's Jake Holland.
Those 3 games started early. I don't know why ours was scheduled for 6.
And, you know, those games tomorrow are early as well. We'll know the outcomes as we come on about 2 o'clock. First pitch to Holland. Looking up there, Central Florida's game is at 10 o'clock our time.
Wow.
The Florida Southwestern game is noon our time. And the Miami-Dade game is at 11 our time. And we play at 2. 1-0 to Holland. There's a ball hit towards center field, and it's going to fall for a base hit. Jake with his first hit of the game. Hit number 8 now for Chipola. And that'll bring up Cesar Franco. Let's see what Franco's done. He's 2 for 4. A double, a single, 2 runs scored. Grounded out to first and then popped out to right. 11-6 Chipola. Moresko swung on rather missed by Franco. Our Chipola softball team fell today to Florida Southwestern, plays Indian River tomorrow at noon. Mariana time. 0-1 fouled it back, 0-2. Fast time, slow time. You know, we've dealt with it all our lives, Brian, living in this area. I mean, just, 25 miles you're in the eastern time zone over in Chattahoochee.
Yep.
And White City. Time changes there. 0-2 pitch. Low, 1-2.
Yeah, with Mexico Beach being on the timeline, it's real confusion for
I bet.
tourists where they go to the restaurant and they say, we want to eat. And he said, we're closed at
Yeah.
2. They said, well, it's 1. He said, no, it's 2. You're in Eastern time now.
And down here, we call it slow time, fast time. Is that slow time or fast time?
Mm-hmm.
1-2 pitch to Franco. Moresko from the stretch. 1-2 pitch. Almost hit him inside. 2-2. You know, I've always been told, like at ACI, although it's on Central Time of the river, they go on fast time because a lot of their workers are across the river. Don't know the truth to that. 2-2 to Franco. Swung on, miss, struck him out. Down goes Cesar. First out in the inning. And I believe the first strikeout for Moresko. Here comes Manny Audubon. Audubon is homered, walked, struck out, and reached on an error. Scored 3 runs tonight. Pitch to him. In there for a strike. No balls and a strike to our shortstop. Moresko deals. It's going to be strike 2. State tournament will be played at Tiger Town in Lakeland, as it has been for a while. Whoever advances from the regionals. The 0-2 is low, 1-2. Central Florida's played well all year. Marty Smith, the head man there for the Patriots. Chipola likewise. 1-2 to Audubon. Going to chase the runner back. He's in safely as Holland, who had singled earlier. Chipola with 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 4 in the fourth, 2 in the sixth, 3 in the seventh. 11-6 Chipola. 1-2 to Audubon. Comes the pitch. Popped it up toward left field. Left fielder comes on, Stallard. And, he makes a basket catch out there, Willie Mays style. That's out number 2. That'll make a coach very nervous.
He about took it too easy on that play.
He did nonchalant it, didn't he?
Sure did.
Brad Grienkowski has grabbed a bat, looking for his first hit. He's been on base twice. He was hit by a pitch in the second. Reached on an error in the fourth and come around to score the 6th Indian run. 2 outs, runner at first. Pitch to him. Low, 1-0. Same 2 teams tomorrow at 2 o'clock. What you going to do in the morning, Brian?
Sleep as long as I can.
Sleep as long as you can.
Which probably won't be past 6 a.m.
Wow. Well, I'm going to try not to do too much because after whichever game, the second or the third tomorrow, I got to drive to Perdido Key.
Yeah, that's right.
So I'll have a long day. 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. Pretty little stretch of beach, though, down there. Perdido Key, Orange Beach, Floribama.
They had the NCAA Beach Volleyball Championship over there this week.
I thought you was going to talk about the mullet toss.
Well, they have that. It's not collegiate yet.
2-0. If cornhole gets there, mullet toss has got to be next. Cornhole's in there.
Yeah, I got a new television the other day and hooked it up and wanted to watch some football on ESPN, see if they had a replay on. They did have a Panther spring game. And I turned it to ESPN, and they had the LSU and somebody were playing girls beach volleyball, so I had to watch that to
Sure you did.
see if the picture was good. My other TV that I had.
I thought we was going somewhere with cornhole here.
Yeah,
I guess not.
girls volleyball. Yeah, volleyball.
Okay.
Beach volleyball.
We've had a meeting at the mound. We're sorry. 3-0 is the count on Grienkowski. 2 outs. Runner at first. 11-6 ball game. We're wandering all over with the conversation here. 3-0 pitch. Inside, he's walked him. We got runners first and second and 2 outs for Zach Rice. You know, I remember playing it a little bit, the cornhole game rather, and man, there's a lot of folks, they get pretty serious.
They sure do.
I mean, I thought it was leisure, but no. Competition. And there's an art to it. Here's the pitch. Outside, he's missed with 5 straight.
Some of the guys are really, really good.
There's some folks can get it right through the hole on the toss. No sliding at all. 1-0. Low 2-0. 6 straight Moresko's missed with. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Indians 11-6. Pitch. High, 3-0. If you're wondering, in the top of the 9th, it's 3-4-5. The heart of the order for the Vikings. McKinley, Runnels, and Lewis. 3-0 pitch. He's about to load the bases. That one, though, in there for a strike. And the count 3-1. Two outs, bottom of the 8th. 2 runners on 3-1. That one right down Lafayette. The count 3-2. Wondering in the 9th, will he come back out with D. Grand Prix after he struck out the side in the 8th?
I think he might make a change. That's
3-2 hits to deep center field. Back goes forward, under it now, makes the play. And folks, that's out number 3. No runs on a hit, no errors, 2 left. And we have played 8 complete. We need 3 outs for a win. We're going to the top of the 9th. Chipola 11, St. John's River 6. Back after this on WTYS. Chipola. Nothing's a certainty in this level of baseball, but we do need 3 outs for a victory. We got a 5-run cushion, and we hope that's enough. Here comes McKinley. He pops up the first pitch. It's in foul territory and out of play. McKinley's had a whale of a night. 3 for 4 and a home run, 2 singles, and 2 RBIs. We got him to ground out only in the 4th inning. The Grand Prix is ahead 0-1. The pitch in there for a strike, and the count 0-2. Nice looking breaking ball. Back with you tomorrow at 2 o'clock, same 2 teams. 0-2, swung on, missed. He foul tipped it. Nope, he's out of there. That's a strikeout. And that's out number 1. 10 strikeouts for D Grand Prix. And actually, he has struck out the last 5 batters he faced. Here comes Jacob Runnels. He's worn the collar 3 times tonight. Chipola seeking their 40th victory. D Grand Prix deals. In there for called strike 1. I wonder if Beep O'Brady's still open.
I think so, but I think the umpire's ready to get home. He's calling everything a strike now.
No balls and a strike to Runnels. The pitch. That one outside, 1-1. Chipola trailed most of this game till we got to about the 4th inning, and then took command in the 6th and the 7th. Howard started it. D Grand Prix come in.
He's really pitched well.
He has. Next pitch is a ball, 2-1 now. Trent Lewis waits on deck.
This might be the best he's pitched all season. He usually pitches well, but he's really done a good job tonight.
He came in the game in the 3rd inning with 2 outs, 2-1 pitch. Popped it up foul, 2-2 now.
Only gave up those 2 long home runs, but I guess he throws so hard if they get a piece on it,
it goes back quickly. The same way. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Runnels. D Grand Prix deals. Popped it up high up the elevator chute into shallow right. Second baseman wobbles but makes a good recovery. Taylor Clapp found it, caught it, out 2 here in the 9th. Trent Lewis.
You know, maybe that wind is doing something up there, because both teams have come close to missing what would normally be an easy out.
It's an adventure out there. 2 gone in the 9th. We need an out for a win. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, ball 1. Trent Lewis, he is singled in 4 plate appearances. He's walked and grounded out a couple times. He's 1 for 3. Trent Lewis, he's their 3rd baseman. 2 outs in the 9th. The pitch. Fouled it off, count 1-1. Some of the crowd starting to head toward the turnstiles here. Ball and a strike. Blue gets a fresh crop of baseballs. One pitch. Popped it up foul. Leave that old truck along out there.
I'll probably go by Beefs tomorrow before the game.
Eat a little lunch?
Yeah. They're a big sponsor of not just Chipola, but all athletics.
They really do. Scott O'Brien and Brandon. 1-2 pitch. Swung on, missed. Struck him out. He'll have to throw him out, but he'll do it right there, and that is your ball game. The Indians win it. As nothing doing here in the 9th. Okay, so tomorrow it'll be the same 2 teams at 2 o'clock. Brian, it's been fun.
It really was, and I like having a 5-run lead in the last at bat.
Well, I want to thank Debbie back at the station. Also, my sidekick here tonight, Brian Milton. Sailor and Eric with Chipola College YouTube, Jordan Jerkins and Shep Hancock up here as well. We'll be back with you at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Same two teams. The Indians trying to win the best 2 out of 3 against St. John's River. So until tomorrow at 2 o'clock on the Chipola winning night, so long, sports fans.